Weather Authority meteorologist Viki Knapp here. We're breaking into programming because the National Weather Service has just issued a tornado warning. Now, over the next couple of days, the lingering elements of that low pressure system will track to the north. And that warmth, that heat, all of that humidity stayed well to the south. So we didn't have that energy to feed those storms here this evening. First, those storms are going to initialize in southwestern Iowa and then eventually stretch east across the state. And well after midnight, we'll start to arrive in Rockford. Let's go around the corner here and I'll show you just what's left of this family's barn. Tsunami Bay behind me is going to be full of people this weekend trying to beat the heat. And the reason we're going to stay so warm this weekend is because of an upper level jet stream pattern. Even though that cone has shifted closer to the west coast of Florida, still going to feel heavy wind impacts all the way on the east coast. The FAA will continue to investigate exactly what happened this morning, but with a cold frontal passage, we will continue to deal with this gusty northwest wind with wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour.
Vicky, what's with it? Winter just does not want to let go.
Where's the on-off switch?
Yeah, off. That's what we need.
Stay off. We've had snow every single weekend in April, and any untreated surfaces this evening might get slick, and it might happen fast as temperatures drop below freezing. Welcome back. Well, it was a scorcher of a Sunday across the state line, and this bison, well, he knows a little bit about how to cool off in this type of heat. This photo sent in from Ashton by Steve Toole, so take note. Get in some water tomorrow because we're going to be just as hot, if not hotter, than we were today. Look at these high temperatures. I'm starting to blend in with my map. That's how red it is. 97 was the official high temperature today for Rockford. 95 degrees in Rochelle, 96 in Savannah, mid-90s all across the board. So it was not only our first day in the 90s, but we well exceeded that, jumping into the upper 90s for the first time this year. Looking ahead to tomorrow's forecast, it's going to be pretty similar with temperatures soaring into the upper 90s, likely looking at the hottest Memorial Day on record for the state line. Now, typically in the year, we don't see all too many days in the 90s, so it's not going to last forever. We will cool down eventually. On average, we see about 15 days in the 90s. But take a look at the statistics. It has been nearly 5 years since temperatures exceeded 95 degrees in Rockford. The last time this happened was September 10th, 2013. And we're going to do it not once, but twice. And across the state line, it stayed very sunny today, that sun adding to those temperatures. And we saw a couple light pop-up showers and thunderstorms to the south of the state line, but really, we stayed quiet. But it's a rather active weather pattern across the country for this Memorial Day weekend. Over in the Central Plains, a line of thunderstorms brought a good number of severe weather, even tornadoes, from Colorado into the upper plains earlier today. Over towards the mid-Atlantic, severe flooding and flash flooding occurring, especially in Maryland, where over 6 inches of rain fell in less than 2 hours earlier this evening. And down in the Gulf, folks in the Florida Panhandle bracing for subtropical storm Alberto to make landfall sometime tomorrow. Now, here's a look at the latest trajectory of that subtropical storm, making it into the United States sometime tomorrow and then weakening into a lingering low pressure system. As this travels to the north, we will eventually see rain from Alberto, but it won't be until the middle of the week, bringing our next chance for rain, because for the next 24 hours, we're going to stay primarily dry and, of course, hot. Lots of sunshine through Memorial Day Monday, dry for the parade. This then lingers into your Tuesday with continued sunshine, couple passing clouds. Temperatures tonight will be cooling into the upper 60s, if you can call that cool, before we go right back up into those upper 90s. Again, potential for the hottest Memorial Day on record for the state line. We do see some 80s, though, on that forecast, some relief come Wednesday, and maybe even 70s next Sunday. Dan, over to you.
All right, Vicki, thank you.